Hey, so today we're working on the second week of sweep picking mastery. So to go over something that we said last week again, we're working on training some really fundamental motions into our muscle memory at this point. We're not actually, at this point in time, working on sweep picking cool arpeggios and stuff like that. We're working on training the fundamental motions that are going to allow you to sweep pick the arpeggios. So the exercises, they're really simple. Just go through them nice and slowly and carefully. Focus, pay attention to what you're doing, and do take the time to do them for 15-20 minutes every day for a week. If you try and skip that, you're not going to build the muscle memory properly that you need to. And it's skipping those steps that make sweep picking very difficult for a lot of people. It made it really difficult for me, and it's going to make it difficult for you as well. So, let's get started. So, our first exercise, well, all of them are going to be pretty similar to last week's, but just doing them in that direction rather than that direction. So, exercise 1, grip your pick. Hold the pick against the first string. Just push it into the string there and feel the weight of the string. And then gently tense up your arm, pull the pick through and catch it in the second string there. So one more time, feel the weight, feel the tension in the string and pull the pick through and let it catch on the next string. That's your first exercise. So once you've got the hang of going into the first string, we're going to carry that through the rest of the strings on the guitar. So you start off, picks against the first string, let it catch on the second, feel the weight of the second, pull the pick through, let it catch on the third, feel the weight of the third string, pull the pick through, let it get caught on the fourth string, pull the pick through, let it get caught on the fifth string. So one more time, starting on the first string, you pull through, catch it on the second, sit there on the second, pull through, catch it on the on the third string, feel the weight of the third string, pull it through, catch it on the fourth string, feel the weight of the fourth string, pull it through, catch it on the fifth. I'm leaving about that much pick going through on the guitar. Exercise 2, we're going to do something very similar, but this time we're going to control the travel of the pick between the strings. So we're not going to let the pick just fly through to this next string, we're going to keep it moving at a smooth, continuous motion, like this. So, once again, place your pick on the first string. This time after pulling the pick through, we don't want the pick to jump and slam into the second string. We want the pick to take 2 to 3 seconds to travel the space between the strings. So again, tense my hand up, and I pull it through until I reach the second string. So I start off on the outside of the first string, pull the pick through, and let it take 2 or 3 seconds there to travel through. And we will repeat that for the second strings through to the fifth. So we start on the second string, tense the hand up, pull the pick through, and you can see that the hand is slowly travelling until it reaches the third string. We start on the third string, we pull the pick through, and it slowly travels the space between the strings until it reaches the fourth string. Tense the hand up, pull it through, travels through the space until we reach the fifth string. So the hardest bit with that exercise is going to be controlling the pick, so the pick doesn't jerk off the second string, it comes off in one smooth motion. You're moving your hand through the strings, your pick is not jumping off the strings. I sometimes find it helpful to think of the analogy of your pick is a bulldozer and the strings are molehills in front of the bulldozer. The bulldozer isn't going to jump over the molehills, it's not going to get stuck on them, it's just going to go through them one after the other in a nice, smooth, continuous motion. That's what your pick should be doing here. Don't let the guitar play you, you play the guitar. Moving on to exercise 3. So exercise 3, we're going to start coordinating the left hand a little bit. So we're going to be using this arpeggio shape with the left hand, or the fret hand, and if you check the page just below, you'll see a diagram for this. Now, we're not holding down this arpeggio shape all at once. What we want is to go through the exercise only ever holding down one string at a time. Now, to help you get your head around this, I created a simple little routine you can use. And what we're going to do is we're going to count from 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do something slightly different on each count as we go. So we're going to start off our first finger holding down fret 12 on the first string, our pick resting on the outside of the first string like it did in the previous exercise. And we're going to count 1, pull the pick through, 2, our first finger comes off, 3, our second finger goes on to fret 13 on the second string, and we repeat that count for the rest of the arpeggio. 1, pick goes through the string, gets caught on the next string, 2, we lift the finger off, 3, we now place the third finger on fret 14 on the third string, and one more time for that last bit of the arpeggio. 1, we pull the pick through, it gets caught on the next string, 2, we lift the third finger off, 4, we place the little finger on the fourth string. So one more time, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that. Take your time with it, nice and slow. So with this exercise, we're still not strictly dealing with sweep picking. We're just getting your body and your mind used to some of the different motions and how they need to be coordinated between the two hands so that you can sweep pick. So again, take your time working through that exercise nice and slow. Now let's look at the last exercise we're going to work on this week. So this exercise is going to be pretty similar to the last one, and it's sort of combining the last exercise with exercise 2. So we'll set up the same way, and this time rather than the pick just going through the string, we're going to repeat the same sequence, but the pick will travel across the string, taking again 2 to 3 seconds to travel the space between the strings. So to set up, your first finger is holding down fret 12 on the first string, your pick is resting on the outside of the first string, and you're just feeling the tension in the string there. So when we count 1, we pull the pick through the string. This time, when we count 2, we're letting the pick travel between the strings and get caught on the second string, and our counts of 3 and 4 will be the fret hand part, taking our fingers on and off strings on the fretboard. So 1, pick through the string, 2, the pick is now caught on the second string, 3, we lift off the first finger, 4, we place the second finger on the second string. Continuing the exercise, 1, pick goes through the string, you can see it's moving, 2, the pick is caught on the third string, 3, we lift the second finger off, 4, third finger is placed on fret 14 on the third string. Last one, 1, pull the pick through, 2, pick is caught on the fourth string, 3, we lift off the third finger, 4, little finger is placed on fret 15 on the fourth string. So going through the exercise as you should be playing it, practicing it this week, get something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that, nice and slow. So those are the 4 exercises to work on this week. Go through them nice and slowly. Do take the time just to work through the repetitions. It's working through these repetitions accurately that's going to build the muscle memory, the neural pathways in your brain and the nerves to be able to execute these motions on a very, very fast time scale. When you're sweep picking at a fast level, you could be playing anywhere from 10 to 18 notes a second. your body has to react on a millisecond timescale. We're talking something like 60 to 100 milliseconds per movement. That's incredibly fast. You cannot think that quickly. You cannot consciously think fast enough to be able to do all those motions. They have to be programmed into your subconscious, and this is how we program them into your subconscious. So take the time, work through it, be patient with yourself, and you'll find that a couple months' time, your sweep picking skills are everything you could ever want them to be. Have fun with it.